Welcome, my friends, to a new immersive story from English Plus Podcast. I'm your host, Danny, and I have something very special for you today. The story of Orpheus and Eurydice. In the annals of time, certain stories transcend their origins to become timeless echoes of the human experience, capturing the hearts and imaginations of those who hear them. Among these tales is the poignant legend of Orpheus and Eurydice. A story of love so profound that it defies the boundaries between life and death. Set in a world where gods and mortals coexist, where music wields the power to charm even the fiercest of beasts, Orpheus, a gifted musician, meets Eurydice, a woman, or to be more exact, a nymph, whose beauty and spirit inspire the very melodies that flow from his soul. Their love is a symphony, a harmonious union that weaves joy and light into every corner of their lives. Yet, as with all great love stories, fate intervenes. A moment of tragedy casts a shadow over their happiness, sending Orpheus on a harrowing journey into the depths of the underworld. Armed only with his lyre and his unwavering devotion, he seeks to defy the immutable laws of nature to reclaim his beloved from the clutches of death itself. The story is not just a tale of loss and longing, but also a testament to the power of hope and the resilience of the human spirit. It is a reflection on the struggles we face when confronted with the inevitability of loss and the choices we make in the face of overwhelming odds. Orpheus's journey is a reminder of the lengths we are willing to go for those we love, driven by a hope that transcends reason and a devotion that knows no bounds. As we delve into the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice, we are invited to explore the depths of our own hearts, to question the nature of love and trust, and to find solace in the enduring bond that connects us to those we hold dear. Their story is a celebration of love's enduring legacy, a melody that resonates through the ages, reminding us that even in the face of tragedy, love remains the most powerful force in the universe. Join me, my friends, as we journey into the world of Orpheus and Eurydice, where music and love become intertwined in a dance of destiny, and where the echoes of their story continue to inspire and illuminate our own paths through the darkness and into the light. Just before we start with the story, I would like to mention that the story's poetic rendition and the original songs are written by Phoenix, and the full album, including all the songs you will listen to in this episode and a couple of extra songs that will not be featured in this episode, will be available soon on all music listening platforms. And of course, if you are a Phoenix fan on Patreon, you will be able to listen to them there as well. And now, since I've had so many questions about Phoenix, I'm sure you know by now that Phoenix is my pen name for everything poetry, music, and fiction. So yes, of course it's me behind these stories and music, but not as my original name, but as Danny B. Phoenix. And now, without further ado, my friends, let's immerse ourselves in the bittersweet story of Orpheus and Eurydice. Enjoy. In the golden light of a morning long remembered, I first laid eyes on Eurydice. Her presence was a song that awakened the world around her. Every step she took, a melody that resonated with my very soul. It was as if the earth sighed in delight as she walked, and the wind paused to weave her name into its whisper. From the moment I saw her, my heart knew no other desire but to be near her, to learn the rhythm of her laughter, the cadence of her voice. She was the muse that inspired every note I played, the harmony that completed my being. Her beauty was ethereal, yet it was her spirit, gentle yet fierce, tender yet unyielding, that captivated me beyond measure. Our meeting was a serendipity of fate, a woven thread in the tapestry of life. She was picking wild flowers by the river, a nymph among the blossoms, and I was drawn to her as if guided by an unseen hand. I played my lyre, each chord a declaration of my heart's longing, and she turned towards me, her eyes meeting mine, In that instant, I was lost and found all at once. We spoke in words and silences, our hearts conversing in a language only we understood. Days turned to weeks, and with each passing moment, our love grew, a vine that wrapped itself around our souls. The world seemed brighter by her by my side, every sunrise a promise of the joy we shared. In time, we married, our union blessed by the gods and witnessed by the stars. Our love was a sanctuary, a haven of warmth and light. The earth celebrated with us, the trees whispering their blessings, the birds composing symphonies in our honor. We danced beneath the moon, our hearts beating as one, our lives entwined in a sacred vow. But happiness, it seems, is as fleeting as a summer breeze, a delicate thing easily shattered. On a day as bright as any other, the world shifted beneath us. Eurydice, my beloved, my heart, wandered into the meadow, her laughter echoing like a melody in the air. But fate, cruel and unyielding, had other plans. A serpent lay hidden in the grass, a shadow that awaited her innocent step. Its bite was swift, a venomous betrayal of our joy. She fell, her voice calling out to me, a haunting chord that reverberated through the earth. I rushed to her side, but the light in her eyes was fading, a song silenced too soon. In that moment, my world unraveled, a tapestry undone by the fates. Eurydice was gone, taken by the shadows, leaving me with only the echo of her laughter and the memory of our love. My heart, once full of music, now knew only the silence of grief.
In morning's golden light, love so pure took flight. Eurydice, a song where my heart belonged. Eurydice, oh Eurydice, muse of my heart's plea. In your eyes, a new world, love's symphony unfurled. Wildflowers dance so bright, nymph in morning light. I played my longing lyre, in your gaze my fire. Eurydice, oh Eurydice, muse of my heart's plea. In your eyes, a new world, love's symphony unfurled. We spoke in silence deep, love in glances steep. World bright, sky so wide, with you by my side. We danced beneath the moon, love's sacred sweet tune. But fate's cruel, swift breeze ended joy with ease. Eurydice, oh Eurydice, muse of my heart's plea. In your eyes, a new world, love's symphony unfurled. Echoes of your laughter dwell, memories, melody swells. In grief's silent refrain, love's song whispers through pain. In silence deep, love in glances steep.
the days that followed Eurydice's passing, the world became a hollow echo of itself. The sun rose and set, but its light could not pierce the shadow that wrapped my heart. The melodies that once flowed so freely from my fingers lay dormant, each string of my lyre a reminder of the voice I would never hear again. Grief was a companion I could not escape, a relentless tide that pulled me into depths of sorrow I had never known. The joy that once filled my days was replaced by an unending ache, a silence that echoed in the chambers of my heart. I wandered through our memories, each moment a bittersweet reminder of what I had lost. My friends and family offered their solace, but their words were hollow, unable to reach the void left by Eurydice's absence. I was adrift, a solitary figure in a world that had lost its meaning. My soul yearned for her presence, for the warmth of her smile, for the love that had once been the very essence of my being. In my despair, I turned to the gods, beseeching them for answers, for guidance. I poured my heart into my music, each note a plea, each song a lament. Yet the heavens remained silent, indifferent to my suffering. It was in the solitude of night, when the stars bore witness to my grief, that a whisper of hope began to take root. I had heard tales of the underworld, of souls lost to the shadowed realm where Hades ruled. And within those tales, I found a glimmer of possibility, a chance to reclaim my beloved, to defy the fates that had torn us apart. The path before me was fraught with peril, a journey that would lead me to the very edge of existence. Yet what was there to fear in death when I had already lost everything? My resolve was forged in the fires of my love for Eurydice, a determination that burned brighter than any star. With each step, the fear that lingered at the edges of my mind gave way to a fierce determination. I would venture into the underworld, defy its guardians, and plead my case before Hades himself. My music would be my guide, my heart my compass, as I traversed the shadowed path. As I prepared for the journey, I felt the stirrings of a purpose rekindled, a flame ignited by the hope of seeing Eurydice once more. Though the way was dark and the risks great, I knew there was no other choice. Love, after all, knows no bounds, and I would follow its call to the very ends of the earth. With my lyre in hand and my heart set on the impossible, I set forth into the unknown, determined to bring my beloved back from the realm of shadows. For Eurydice, for love, I would face whatever lay ahead, even if it meant challenging the very fabric of fate itself.
In your absence, my heart's a tomb. Sunrise is an endless gloom. Melodies once ours are past, each string a ghost that couldn't last. Eurydice, my heart's refrain. In shadows I call your name. Lost to the world in grief, I seek light beyond belief. Through echoes of our time, your laughter fades in my mind. Friends comfort a hollow sound. Nothing fills where warmth was found. Eurydice, my heart's refrain. In shadows I call your name. Lost to the world in grief, I seek light beyond belief. Through echoes of our time, your laughter fades in my mind. Friends comfort a hollow sound. Nothing fills where warmth was found. Eurydice, my heart's refrain. In shadows I call your name. Lost to the world in grief, I With sorrow-born hope I cope. Facing death, I'll challenge fate. Fear fades when love's on the line. I'll walk through fire, your soul to find. Eurydice, my heart's refrain. In shadows I call your name. Lost to the world in grief, I seek light beyond belief. With lyre and heart ablaze, I journey through night's haze. For love I'll tread where few dare meet. In the underworld our hearts beat.
The journey to the underworld began with the crossing of the Acheron River, where Charon, the ferryman, awaited with his weathered boat. The path was shrouded in mist, the air thick with the chill of death. Each step echoed with the weight of those who had walked this path before, souls seeking their final rest. As I approached the riverbank, Charon's eyes met mine, dark and inscrutable. His presence was imposing, a figure draped in shadows and silence. I offered him the coin I had brought, a small token for passage into the realm of the dead. His hand, skeletal and cold, accepted it without a word. I stepped into the boat, my heart a tempest of emotions. As we drifted across the river, the whispers of the departed reached my ears, their voices a chorus of lost dreams and unfulfilled desires. The air was heavy with their longing, a reminder of the souls who had been separated from the world of the living. The boat glided to the other side, and I stepped onto the ashen shore. Before me loomed Cerberus, the three-headed guardian of the underworld. His eyes glowed with an otherworldly fire, his growls reverberating through the cavernous depths. Yet I was not afraid, for I carried with me the power of music, the one gift that could soothe even the most savage of beasts. I raised my lyre, each note a gentle caress, a lullaby that drifted through the air. Cerberus, swayed by the melody, lay down, his ferocious heads resting upon the ground. The path was open before me, a testament to the power of harmony in a world of chaos. As I ventured deeper, I passed the shades of the departed, wandering aimlessly in their eternal twilight. Their eyes, hollow and searching, regarded me with a mixture of curiosity and yearning. I played for them, my music a balm for their restless souls. In that moment, I understood the weight of their longing, the ache of being forgotten. The journey was arduous, each step a descent into the heart of darkness. The air was thick with despair, the shadows pressing in from all sides. Yet my resolve remained unshaken, my love for Eurydice a beacon that guided me through the abyss. Finally, I reached the throne room of Hades and Persephone, a realm of shadows and echoes. The lord of the underworld sat upon his throne, his eyes as cold and unyielding as the stone beneath him. Beside him, Persephone, the queen of the dead, regarded me with a gaze that held both compassion and sorrow. I knelt before them, my heart laid bare, and began to play. Each note was a plea, each chord a testament to the love that had brought me to this place. I sang of Eurydice, of the light she brought into the world, of the life we had shared, and of the emptiness left in her absence. The music filled the chamber, a river of emotion that flowed through the darkness, reaching into the depths of even the most stony hearts. As the last note faded, I looked up, my eyes meeting those of Hades, my soul laid bare before the god of the dead. In that moment, the world held its breath, the shadows whispering of what was to come.
In the depths where shadows roam, I wander far from my heart's home, aching with grief so deep For love that's lost, my soul does weep. Eurydice, my heart's desire, I crawl to you through dark and fire. With every note my soul does plead, return to me my heart's true need. In this land of endless night, I search for you, my guiding light. Your memory, a haunting tune that fills the air beneath the moon. Eurydice, my heart's desire, I call to you through dark and fire. With every note my soul does plead, return to me my heart's true need. Eurydice, my heart's desire, I crawl to you through dark and fire. With every note my soul does plead, return to me my heart's true need. Through shadow paths and silent cries, I yearn to see your radiant eyes. Though fate's cruel hand has torn us apart, I'll sing until I touch your heart. Oh love, my journey knows no end, until your spirit I defend. Through the darkness I will roam, to guide your soul back home. Eurydice, my heart's desire, I call to you through dark and fire. With every note my soul does plead, return to me my heart's true need. In sorrow's depth I find my song, a melody where you belong. With each refrain my heart will say, I'll bring you back to light and day.
In the cavernous throne room, silence settled like a shroud after the echoes of my song faded away. Hades, the lord of the underworld, sat before me with an inscrutable expression, his eyes as dark and deep as the river Styx. Beside him, Persephone, the queen of the dead, watched with a gaze that seemed to pierce through the shadows. The weight of their presence was palpable, yet I felt no fear, only the fervent hope that my plea had reached the depths of their hearts. I stood before them, vulnerable and unguarded, my soul laid bare by the love that had guided me here. Hades shifted on his throne, his gaze never leaving mine. For a moment, the cold detachment in his eyes softened, a flicker of something almost human passing across his features. It was as if my song had awakened a dormant memory within him, a reminder of the love he shared with Persephone, a love that defied the very nature of their world. Persephone, with her delicate yet resolute presence, leaned toward her husband. Her eyes, filled with empathy, spoke volumes. She knew the power of love, the sacrifices it demanded, and the pain of separation. Her gentle hand rested on Hades' arm, a silent reminder of their own story, a tale of love and longing that resonated through the underworld. For a moment, Hades seemed to falter, his regal demeanor wavering. He looked at Persephone, and in that shared glance, I saw the connection that bound them, a bond forged in the depths of darkness, yet burning with the light of their love. It was a love that had weathered the storms of time, just as mine had with Eurydice. Finally, Hades spoke. His voice a rumble that echoed through the chamber. "Orpheus, your music has moved even the hearts of the dead," he said, his tone resonating with a mix of awe and understanding. "You have reminded us of the love we once nearly lost. For this, I shall grant your request." My heart soared at his words. Hope rekindled within the depths of my despair. But as Hades continued, a shadow of doubt crept in. "Eurydice shall follow you back to the world of the living," he said, "but on one condition. As you ascend from this realm, you must not look back at her until you have reached the light of day. Should you fail, she will be lost to you forever." The weight of his words settled upon me, a daunting challenge that tested the very essence of my resolve. The path ahead was fraught with peril, but my heart was steadfast, my love for Eurydice a guiding force that would see us through. I bowed in gratitude, my heart filled with hope and determination. Hades, his countenance softened by the echoes of my song, nodded in acknowledgement. Persephone's eyes met mine, offering a silent prayer for our journey. With a final glance at the rulers of the underworld, I turned to leave, my heart alight with the possibility of reuniting with my beloved. As I stepped into the shadows, I could feel Eurydice's presence behind me, a whisper of light in the darkness. Together, we began the ascent, the promise of a new dawn guiding our way.
In halls of shadows deep, where silence reigns supreme, I played my heart's lament, a melody from dreams. Before Hades' throne I plead, with hope and love alight. My soul a symphony in the echo of the night. Eurydice, I'll lead you home, from realms where lost souls roam. With love and light we'll find our way, through the dark to break of day. Persephone, with eyes so bright, beyond the shroud of night, whispered love's eternal light to her lord, a hopeful sight. In their gaze a tale was told of passion's burning flame, a love that conquers time and death, never twice the same. Eurydice, I'll lead you home, from realms where lost souls roam. With love and light we'll find our way, through the dark to break of day. In silence hearts did tremble to echoes of my song. Hate spoke understanding, love that carries on. He granted me a hopeful path to find my peace, with one daunting challenge to claim my soul's release. Don't look back, his voice intoned, until the light you see. For if you falter on this path, she'll forever be. The words were heavy in my heart, a burden I must bear, but love was stronger than the doubt, a force beyond compare. Eurydice, I'll lead you home, from realms where lost souls roam. With love to lead. Eurydice follow, a light in the shade. Together we'll journey the path we have made.
The journey back through the underworld was a testament to the power of hope and the resilience of love. With each step I took, the weight of Hades' condition pressed heavily upon me, a silent reminder of the challenge that lay ahead. Yet knowing that Eurydice was just behind me, following in the shadows, filled me with a sense of purpose and urgency. The path was fraught with darkness, the air thick with whispers of the departed. Yet as I played my lyre, the melodies seemed to weave a path of light through the gloom, a beacon guiding us through the shadows. My heart swelled with the anticipation of seeing Eurydice in the light of the living world, our reunion a promise that urged me onward. As we ascended, the shadows began to thin, and a faint glimmer of light appeared in the distance. With each step, the world of the living drew closer, a promise of the life we would share, free from the bonds of death. My heart raced with hope, the prospect of seeing her smile, hearing her voice, and feeling her presence once more. Yet as the light grew nearer, doubt began to creep into my mind like a slithering serpent. What if she was not truly behind me? What if Hades had deceived me, leaving me to wander the world alone? The silence pressed in, each footfall echoing with uncertainty. With each step, the urge to turn and confirm her presence grew stronger, a rising tide of anxiety that threatened to drown my resolve. The light was just ahead, a doorway back to life and love. But with every step, the silence seemed to deepen, a haunting void that clawed at my faith. Finally, as the threshold approached, the fear became unbearable. My heart, a fragile vessel of hope and fear, wavered in its uncertainty. In a moment of desperation, I faltered, my resolve slipping away like sand through my fingers. I turned. In that instant, the world held its breath. Time seemed to slow as my eyes met Eurydice's. Her face, illuminated by the burgeoning light, was filled with love and longing, a portrait of beauty and grace. Yet even as I gazed upon her, a look of sorrow crossed her features, a silent farewell that shattered my heart. As the shadows began to claim her, Eurydice reached out, her touch a whisper of warmth against my skin. Her eyes, filled with both love and regret, held mine for a fleeting moment, a final connection that lingered even as she began to fade. Her form dissolved into the darkness, drawn back into the depths of the underworld. Her name escaped my lips, a cry of anguish that echoed through the chasm. She was gone, lost to the shadows once more, the price of my doubt and the burden of my regret. I stood at the threshold, the light of the living world before me, the shadow of my beloved lost forever behind me. In that moment, I understood the true cost of love and the depths of my own humanity. The world was bright and alive, but it was a world without Eurydice, a melody forever incomplete. I had failed her, but the memory of our love remained, a song that would echo in my heart for all eternity.
Through the shadows, I tread with hope, a promise of life beyond death's scope. With every step, her presence near, my heart a vessel of love and fear. Eurydice, our light will guide through shadows dark and echoes wide. To the living world I'll lead you home. Together we'll claim the life we own. In the darkness, whispers call, a haunting echo arising through all. Yet with my lyre I forge a path, a melody to pierce the darkened wrath. Eurydice, your light will guide through shadows dark and echoes wide. To the living world I'll lead you home. Together we'll claim the life we own. But doubt, a serpent, creeps inside, a shadowed fear I cannot hide. Is she behind, or am I alone? A solitary soul on this journey flown. The light ahead, a beacon bright, a doorway back to life and light. Yet as I near, the silence grows, a doubt that in my heart still sows. Eurydice, your light will guide through shadows dark and echoes wide. To the living world I'll lead you home. Together we'll claim the life we own. In desperation I turn my gaze to find her face in the morning haze. Yet sorrow claims her, shadows draw near, her love a whisper that I hold dear. In desperation I turn my gaze to find her face in the morning haze. Yet sorrow claims her, shadows draw near, her love a whisper that I hold dear. Eurydice fades to shadows embrace, her name on my lips, an echo in space. I stand at the threshold alone once more, a melody of love that forever will soar.
After losing Eurydice once more to the shadows, I stood alone at the threshold of the living world, my heart a hollow echo of its former self. The light that had promised reunion now seemed cold and indifferent, a cruel reminder of what I had lost. Desperation clung to me like a shroud, and I resolved to do the impossible, to return to the underworld and plead once more for her release. With each step back toward the depths, hope flickered dimly within me. I called out to Hades and Persephone, my voice a mournful cry that reverberated through the cavernous realm. Yet the gates remained closed, the silence an impenetrable wall. The ferryman Charon turned away, refusing my coin, the boundary between life and death unyielding to my pleas. I lingered at the river's edge, my heart heavy with the finality of my failure. I played my lyre, each note a lament for the love that had been torn from my grasp, each melody a requiem for Eurydice. But the underworld was silent, unmoved by my sorrow, indifferent to my longing. The weight of her absence pressed down upon me, a void that could not be filled. With no path left to the underworld and no solace to be found in the living world, I wandered aimlessly, a specter among the living. My heart, once a vibrant tapestry of love and joy, was now a barren landscape of grief. The music that had once brought light and life was now a haunting echo of a love lost, a reminder of the shadows that dwelled within my soul. In the depths of my despair, I withdrew from the world. My heart locked away from the joys and sorrows of life. I played my music, a balm for the broken pieces of my heart, but it was a song without an audience, a melody adrift on the winds of solitude. Yet the world continued to turn, indifferent to my pain. In the mountains of Thrace, I sought refuge, my music the only companion that understood my sorrow. But even in solitude, I could not escape the echoes of life. The Maenads, followers of Dionysus, came upon me one fateful day, their frenzy a chaotic dance of life and death. They demanded my participation, their wild revelry a stark contrast to the mournful tunes I played. Yet my heart was bound to Eurydice, and I could not join in their abandon. In my refusal, they saw an affront to their god, a denial of the life they celebrated with such fervor. As they advanced upon me, I did not resist. In their madness, I saw a release from the sorrow that had become my constant companion. Their hands, wild and relentless, descended upon me, each blow a step closer to the end of my suffering. My lyre fell silent, its strings severed, its voice stilled forever. In that final moment, as life slipped away, I felt a strange sense of peace. The world faded into shadows, and within those shadows, I glimpsed Eurydice. Her presence a gentle whisper that called me home. Her smile, radiant and warm, beckoned me beyond the veil, where the pain of the living world could no longer reach me. So I surrendered to the darkness, the final notes of my song carried on the wind. In death, I found the solace that had eluded me in life, a reunion with my beloved that no earthly force could sever. Together, Eurydice and I walked into eternity. Our love a melody that would echo through the ages, a testament to the enduring power of love and the unbreakable bond between two souls.
At the edge of light I stand alone, the promise of reunion gone. The world that once was bright and true, now cold and empty without you. Eurydice, my heart's lament, a love that's lost, a life misspent, through shadows deep and endless night. I seek the solace of your light. I called upon the gods once more, my voice a cry from death's dark shore. Yet silence met my every plea, the gate to shadows locked to me. Eurydice, my heart's lament, a love that's lost, a life misspent, through shadows deep and endless night. I seek the solace of your light. I called upon the gods once more, my voice a cry from death's dark shore. Its silence met my every plea, the gate to shadows locked to me. Eurydice, my heart's lament, a love that's lost, a life misspent, through shadows deep and endless night. I seek the solace of your light. wandering through the world alone, a ghost of what I once had known. My music weaves a mournful thread, a requiem for the love we've led. In Thrace's mountains I found my peace, a melody that sought release. But life continued, heedless of pain, as I played my song of love's refrain. Eurydice, see my heart's lament, a love that's lost, a life misspent. Through shadows deep and endless night, I seek the solace of your light. The Maenads came with wild intent, in their dance my fate was sent. But in their madness I found my rest, a final breath upon my chest. As life slipped from my weary frame, in shadows I beheld your flame. Eurydice, see my love, my guide, together now, forever side by side.
Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed the story, but before I leave you, let's reflect a little bit on the story. In this enduring tale of Orpheus and Eurydice, we are reminded of the profound power of complexity of love, a force that transcends the boundaries of life and death. Their story is not just one of tragedy and loss, but also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of overwhelming despair. Orpheus's journey through the underworld is emblematic of the lengths we are willing to go for those we love, driven by a hope that defies logic and a devotion that knows no bounds. His music, a symbol of his love and longing, resonates across time, echoing the universal truth that love is both beautiful and fragile, capable of inspiring great acts of courage and moments of deep vulnerability. The tale also serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of faith and trust. Orpheus's faithful glance back at Eurydice, driven by doubt, underscores the delicate balance between holding on and letting go, and the consequences of succumbing to fear in moments of uncertainty. It is a human flaw that many can relate to, our desire for reassurance even when the heart knows its truth. Ultimately, Orpheus's story is a celebration of love's enduring legacy. Though he could not bring Eurydice back to the world of the living, their love lives on, a melody woven into the fabric of time, inspiring countless generations with its beauty and poignancy. Their tale invites us to reflect on our own lives, urging us to cherish the love we have and to find solace in the memories that continue to light our path even in the darkest times. In the end, Orpheus and Eurydice are united in the realm of shadows, where the constraints of the mortal world can no longer separate them. Their love, unbound by time, becomes a testament to the eternal connection of two souls who, despite life's trials and turbulations, find their way back to one another. It is a comforting reminder that love, in all its forms, is the most powerful force we possess, capable of transcending even the most formidable barriers. May their story continue to inspire us to love deeply, to hold fast to hope, and to trust in the enduring power of love to guide us through the darkness and into the light. Thank you very much, my friends, for listening, but don't go just yet. There's still one more song that I would like to share with you, and this song encapsulates the entire tale of Orpheus and Eurydice. We're going to finish this episode with a song. I hope you enjoyed this immersive story. Again, this is your host, Danny, or for this episode, you could say Phoenix. Stay tuned for more immersive stories to come in English Plus Podcast. And now let's enjoy the theme song of the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice.
In a world where light and shadow meet, a tale of love both bittersweet. Orpheus sang with a heart so true, a melody of love that grew. Eurydice, his muse and guide, a love that time could not divide. In fields of gold their story bloomed, a bond that even fate presumed. Oh, love that knows no bounds or end, through darkest night you will transcend. A song of hope, a melody the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice. But fate, with its cruel and shadowed hand, brought sorrow to this blessed land. A serpent's bite, a life undone, a journey through the shadowed sun. To the underworld he bravely went, with lyre in hand and heart unbent, to plead for love's eternal light, through Hades' realm of endless night. Oh, love that knows no bounds or end, through darkest night you will transcend. A song of hope, a melody, the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice. Through shadows deep and paths unknown, he walked with love as his guiding stone. Yet doubt crept in, a haunting call. In a moment's glance he lost it all. From Thrace peaks to underworld's gate, Orpheus walked a path of fate. In music's embrace he found release, a final breath, a lasting peace. In shadows now they walk as one, their love a light that can't be undone. A melody that echoes still, a testament to love's unyielding will. Oh, love that knows no bounds or end, through darkest night you will transcend. A song of hope, a melody, the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice. Their love a song that spans the ages, written in the stars and history's pages. Orpheus and Eurydice, forever bound in the symphony of love, their voices resound.